What's up, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the DM's Guild Review. We're gonna be looking into 5 more DM's Guild adventures today, and I can't wait to start cracking into them. The first one is gonna be An Urgent Rescue by Christajon Matheson. In this thrilling adventure, the players are enjoying their breakfast at the Bullfrog Inn when a young man suddenly bursts in. Seeking their urgent help, it turns out that the Holborn family has been abducted and their house has been broken into. The players are immediately summoned to the Holborn farm where they meet with the mayor and Charisse, a wizard who has used his magic to locate the family. The family has been abducted by a sect of kobolds who are known to be unusually bold and ruthless. The players are offered a reward of 100 gold for the safe return of the family. The players then make their way to the wizard tower where they are given a map by Charisse, who warns them to tread carefully, as the family's lives may be at stake. The following day, the players set out to rescue the family and notice that the forest becomes darker and quieter as they venture deeper in. They also come across heavy cobwebs and forest spiders who are preparing to ambush them. However, the players have a chance to spot the spiders and avoid the surprise attack with a perception check. Charisse is unable to assist in the rescue operation until the next day, as his magic has completely drained him. If the players search the area after the heated battle, they will find a myriad of treasures in the spider's den. The journey to the ruins is uneventful, and the players arrive at the ruins at sunset, where they see a large bonfire has been raised in the center of the ruins. Around the bonfire, a group of 8 kobolds are chanting. With one leading the chant, the players observe that the kobolds are preparing a ritual, which seems ominous, and it becomes clear to them that the Holborn family is to either be eaten or sacrificed, or maybe even both. The players have the option to attack or scout around to locate the family, who are being held in a shed marked on the map. If the players decide to attack the kobolds, they will fight back in a frenzy, and if the players defeat them, rewards abound will be prepared, as in spell scrolls, healing potions, and the like. The Scale Sorcerer also carries a specialty dagger you may be able to loot. The Holborn family consists of parents with 3 children, aged 12, 8, and 4, who are physically unharmed but terrified and bruised. If the players decide to sneak the family out, they can flee the scene, and during the journey back to Mire Hall, they will be pursued by a group of kobolds. The family will need a source of light to move in the forest, and during the battle, the father will protect his family with a wooden club. If the players try to hide, the kobolds will be able to sniff them out unless they come up with a clever plan. After the intense battle, the family moves slowly on and you loot the kobolds. Morning draws near, the players hear hoofbeats approaching from the direction of the village, and the wizard and his servants arrive to assist the Holborn family and provide any healing the players may need. Upon returning to Mire Hall with the wizard, the players are greeted with fanfare and offered a permanent residence in the village, conveniently located next to the wizard's tower. A feast is held in the evening in honor of the village heroes. If the players return to the ruined village, they will find it empty, but they might find a small pouch containing some coins. So there's lots of instances where you can add in treasure for this adventure, and it becomes a new home base too. So if you wanted to add this adventure into any of your campaigns, it would totally fit right in, especially if they don't have a home base or a sage companion such as the wizard to give them advice and direction in the arcane arts or of their world. What did you guys think about that adventure? If you've played it, please leave it down in the comments below. Tell me what you thought of the adventure. And on to number 2. And believe it or not, this is almost a continuation of our adventures here, written again by Christajon Matheson in the exact same location and with a returning character. Now come with me as we adventure into the Mystic Circle. The adventure begins in the small town of Mire Fall, where the players are approached by a young man who tells them about a wizard named Charisse. If they already know Charisse, you can use that. If they agree to meet with the wizard, he gives them a map to the location of a stone circle northwest of the village, where they are to investigate a rumored dungeon and retrieve a silver disc with a distinct symbol in the middle. The players journey through the wolf pine forest for a day until they reach the stone circle, which sits atop a gentle hill made up of a large granite rock. They soon find a rock slab covering the entrance to the dungeon and must use their strength, a lever, or magic to move it. The dungeon has not been entered for over 2 centuries, and its once powerful magic has faded, resulting in weakened defenses and diminished magical effects. However, the players should still be prepared for any dangers they may encounter. Charisse provides them with 2 healing potions to aid in their quest, and they're promised a reward of 100 gold pieces should they succeed, as long as they retrieve the silver disc. In part 3 of this adventure, the players enter the dungeon through a dark tunnel that leads them to a large hall. In the entrance room, they encounter 3 skeletons who attack them randomly, and after defeating them, they find no valuables. Coming across a closed steel door leading to the hallway with traps marked on the map, which they can avoid triggering by passing a perception check, but if they fail, they have a chance of suffering fire damage. In the crossroads, the players can see a steel door ahead, and on each side there are hallways with traps marked on the map. In the pentagram room, they find a bright red pentagram with a star key at its center, and behind it they see old, dried blood spatters. The players can retrieve the star key without entering the pentagram, as the magical defenses have faded. In the bone room, the players need to search through a collective of bones for another star key, and suddenly 3 skeletons attack them. They can retrieve their star key after defeating the skeletons. They then encounter a locked steel door that requires both star keys to open. Any attempts to force the doors fail. In the statue room, the players find a chest containing a silver cube needed to open the door and an ornate bag, which is a bag of holding. There is also a full set of armor holding a sword, which is in surprisingly good shape. If the players start messing with the armor, it makes a surprise attack, and after defeating it, they can retrieve their sword. In part 7 of the adventure, the players enter the altar room where they find an altar with a couple of books, rusty daggers, and a silver cube, with 2 swords hanging on each side if they attempt to take the cube or touch the swords. 2 of them reveal themselves to be flying swords and attack the players. After defeating them, a successful investigation check will reveal a hidden compartment containing gold pieces and gemstones. In part 8, they encounter another locked steel door which requires 2 silver cubes from previous rooms to open. In part 9, they finally find the silver disc on a pedestal in a room covered with arcane symbols, along with the well-preserved ornate sword, which is a long sword, +1. As they take the disc, they feel a tremor in the ground and they must run out of the dungeon before it collapses. After returning to the wizard with the silver disc in hand, they receive their rewards, and they can sell the silver cubes if they kept them. The wizard will also offer any wizard in the group a +1 spell taught to them. But what did you guys think about that adventure, everybody? You're going to hear that phrase a lot, well, at least 5 times today. And then we're going right into number 3, A Boy and His Modron by Anthony Lesnick. The adventure begins with the players enjoying the lively atmosphere of the Gold Canary Tavern. They are approached by a young boy named Toby Osserman, who seeks their help in protecting his friend, a Modron named 312. Toby explains that 312 caused an accident in Mechanus and ended up in Toby's family woodshed. Toby has grown attached to the Modron and fears that hundreds of other Modrons will come to take him back. To convince the party to help Toby, Toby offers them a metal rod covered in engravings and a diamond the size of a grape, which he claims was given to him by 312 as a payment for finding help. As they follow Toby to the farm, he tells them about his friend who calls 312, who has been hiding in their barn loft for 3 nights. 312 is small but brown and makes funny noises, and Toby believes him. He's from the Dale lands. Toby describing him as very intelligent and can speak more words the more he reads. 312 has been asking for unusual items like needles, yarn, cloth, lead, sinkers, and pitches. On their way through the eastern woods, the party encounters a pack of wolves and dire wolves. After the encounter, they arrive at the Osmertons' farmstead, where they meet Toby's family. To avoid suspicion, the party can pretend to be carpenters or traveling healers to help fix the barn and save their sick cow, Mambo. They need to make a charisma check to convince Dunkar, Toby's father, of this story, If they succeed, they can stay in the barn, and if they fail, they can still stay, but Dunkar will only pay them if they can help. After dinner, Toby takes the party to the barn, where they meet 312, a metal gearwork box with a human-like face, arms, and legs. 312 reveals that he is a Modron from Mechanus who has somehow ended up on the farm and doesn't want to go back. Toby's afraid that when the other Modrons come to retrieve 312, they will cause chaos and destruction on the farm. And Toby asks the party to scare off the other Modrons by acting big and scary, but 312 suggests that they create a planar gate key to escape to a realm where he cannot be found. Toby is upset by this plan and breaks down in tears, but the party can try to persuade him to accept the plan. If successful, they will have to help 312 create a planar gate key. Before the other Modrons arrive, the party wakes up the morning after their arrival at the farm. Toby brings them breakfast and tells them what he will be doing around the farm, and if they need help. The party can attempt to fix two problems on the farm: Mumbo the cow, who has bloat caused by potatoes stuck in her gullet, and the barn, which has two areas in need of repair. After fixing Mumbo or the barn, the party learns that they need their hair of an ogre dipped in the blood of a devil to create a planar gate key. Toby knows where to find an ogre, but the party will have to deal with Triaz and Omas, a devil known to the Primus, as an enemy of the Order to obtain the devil's blood. The encounter with Triaz and Omas is scripted, and the characters have little chance of harming him. In the next part of the adventure, the party faces off against Razi, a powerful fiend who has the blood of a Modron. Once the portal is activated, the party must escort 312 to the planar gate and fight off any extraplanar denizens attempting to build an invasion force. As they travel south to the Bramble Hills, they encounter various challenges such as wasps and mephits. Upon reaching the ruins, the party discovers Vizax, a Githyanki warrior who intends to build an invasion force and conquer the area. The party has the opportunity to ambush Vizax and his crew before using the planar key to return home. As the party approaches the ziggurat, they encounter a bear trap set to trigger when someone steps on it in the front entrance. The lower level is a mix of barracks, storage rooms, and training rooms where the party is attacked by thugs and snaggets. If the party defeats all of the thugs, they will try to flee up the stairs to warn Vizax. The upper level is set up as a war room where Vizax and Oshar, his lieutenant, are waiting for the party. Vizax engages in banter for a few rounds before attacking the party, and Oshar will keep his distance, using his spells to attack while the other thugs engage the party. Toby stays back and only attacks when the enemies are outnumbered or badly wounded. If the party has assembled the key by placing the blood of the ogre hair, they can activate the portal located in the ziggurat. After defeating Vizax and his band of mercenaries, the party can search the room and find detailed maps and plans. Vizax's magical scimitar, Oshar's ring of protection, coins, and jewelry abound. Once the party mixes the ogre hair and devil's blood, the planar key is activated. Moving within 5 feet of the archway opens a portal to an alien city. Depending on how the party convinced Toby about his decisions, he either thanks the party for showing him the world beyond the farm and leaves a note to his parents, or he decides to stay home and promise to see the party again. If Toby leaves through the portal, the characters may return the letter to his parents, who may either blame the party or accept Toby's wanderlust. The family will be on hard times for the next few years. Giving them at least 20 gold pieces earns the players a blessing. The portal deactivates after 312 and Toby go through, and it will not reopen for another 60 days. As the party returns home, they can reflect on their adventure and how they handled each situation. They may have gained new items, skills, and allies, or they may have suffered several losses and made a few new enemies. Regardless, they have gained experiences and knowledge that could be used in the future. So this is actually a really cool adventure that I think not a lot of adventures have, that being branching storylines. So I really recommend this adventure. And that means we're going to head right into adventure number 4. Adventure number 4 is going to be another creator that we featured on the channel, and that's going to be Toymaker and the Bag of Gifting by Dale Zawada. The fantastic Halloween-themed adventure made by Dale Zawada as well. So let's get into this one. In this adventure, the party finds out that the Toymaker, a beloved figure in Faerun, has gone missing and is being held captive by Count von Grump, a villain who seeks to steal the bag of gifting. 3 spirits, past, present, and future, appear to the party and urge them to rescue the toy maker, triggering memories of the gifts they received as children. The party sets out on a journey north to save the toy maker and encounters a group of playing children on the way. As the party passes the children, they throw snowballs at them. Suddenly, Tittle Tim appears and asks for help rescuing Jangle and Nog from dire wolves near a frozen river. The party must make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being hit by snowballs, and failures result in 1d4 bludgeoning damage. The party then encounters 2 frost giants and 4 dire wolves while trying to rescue Jangle and Nog near the frozen river. The frost giants throw giant snowballs and the frozen lake terrain is slippery, requiring dexterity saving throws to avoid falling prone. After defeating the monsters, the party receives the loot of dire wolf's fangs and pelts. The party then arrives at the toy maker's workshop where they are confronted by Mistletoe, a nasty gnome lackey of Count von Grump who summons killer snowmen to stop the party from entering. After defeating Mistletoe and the snowmen, the party learns that the toy maker's assistants are elves, not gnomes, and that Count von Grump has stolen the bag of gifting, a legendary bag that only deals out sentimental gifts. The party receives loot from the encounter, including carrot noses and socks of magic missiles. Inside the workshop, the party discovers dead elves and the supposed dead body of the toy maker and his wife, who are revealed to be gods in disguise. The toy maker tells the party that Count von Grump has stolen his bag of gifting and pleads for their help to retrieve it before it's too late. The party repairs the toy maker's spare sleigh and takes flight, feeding off their magic and positivity. They encounter Count von Grump flying over Faerun, dropping psychologically damaging gifts and engaging in aerial battle with him and his hum bag. After defeating them, the party retrieves the bag of gifting and delivers gifts to the children of Faerun. The party must make a series of skill checks, including athletics to accurately drop presents, nature and survival to navigate through snowstorms, and even animal handling checks to command the reindeer. When they return to the toy maker's workshop, he rewards them with a wonderful gift each and 100 gold. The adventure ends with fantastic festival fun and eggnog. Only 3 battle maps are needed for the adventure, and they're all included in the PDF. And I really enjoy Dales Zawada's adventures, especially the holiday-themed ones. So if you guys haven't checked these ones out, please do so, and link down in the description if you haven't. But moving on to number 5, everybody. That's The Reliquary by Bryce K. The players, on a quest to retrieve a powerful magic relic known as the Trumpet of Revelation, which has been hidden deep within a monastery belonging to a contemplative order of monks. The relic was hidden ages ago by those who wanted to protect it, until it was needed again. It is said to be at the end of a unique dungeon that is designed to foil any self-centered thieves, but allow the good nature and true of heart to through the end. The players may have been asked to retrieve the relic for various reasons, such as protecting the world, planning the ultimate heist, or just helping the threatened monasteries. The adventure is a 2 to 4 hour dungeon delve, suitable for any level, and will test the party's teamwork, alignment, logic, and abilities. The dungeon challenges rely on puzzle solving and logic, which do not require adaptation based on level. The Trumpet of Revelation is the modified version of the Horn of Valhalla, and is the relic hidden at the end of the reliquary. The horn may be used once per full moon, and its power increases as the party completes part of its quest. The summoned monster's stats are available in another work called the Manual of Merciless Mooks and Minions. It's crucial for the players to remember the tenets of the monastery and the deities it represent, which includes teamwork, compassion, honesty, forgiveness, and sacrifice. They should also follow the instructions provided and know that everything in the reliquary is real. Even the things that seem fake, the monastery expects the party to be pure of heart and versed in their religious ideals to make it to the end and take the relic for themselves. The location of the monastery can be wherever the DM needs it to be in their world. It's a small but sprawling complex consisting of a few main halls and long corridors leading to separate buildings. The catacombs beneath the monastery are a labyrinth, and only one of the masters can guide the party through all the twists and turns, and secret doors hidden beneath the tomb. In this part of the adventure, the players encounter a balanced door for the number of players. At the end of this puzzle, the group splits off into individual challenges. There are 6 challenges, and each player is randomly assigned one of them. The challenges include Enemy at the Gates, The Judge, Devils in the Mine, Cave of Wonders, Horse Shit, and one other optional challenge. Each challenge requires a different approach, from engaging in a sniper battle with a hidden ghost enemy to judging oneself for past mistakes to sacrificing oneself for the good of the others. The challenges test the player's abilities and moral compass to help to shape their characters as they progress through the adventure. After each player completes their challenge, they're brought to the chamber with minor illusions of the companions as their struggles. They can pull a lever corresponding to any illusion to help one player, but they can only do so once. This adds an extra layer of teamwork and strategy to the adventure. In our 6th challenge, Gladiator, and the 6.5 challenge, Gladiator 2, are 2 separate challenges that require the PC to fight a monster. In Challenge 6, the monster is actually the PC, and they must roll initiative to attack themselves. The AC of the creature is the same as the PC, and the damage done by both is identical. The objective of this challenge is for the PC to realize they are fighting themselves, and to stop attacking. In Challenge 6.5, the 2 PCs fight each other, unknowingly, but they must work together to solve the puzzle. The final boss encounter requires the party to work together to overcome the challenges presented by the elemental monsters and raise the chains to reveal the coveted artifact, the Trumpet of Revelation. Each lever is a skill challenge tailored to the abilities of each PC, such as a strength athletics check for a massive lever or a constitution save to avoid drowning. The elemental monster is a formidable foe with an armor class of 18 and damage immunities to radiant and poison damage. It also has condition immunities to stun, poison, and exhaustion. To defeat this monster, the party must coordinate their efforts and pull off all of the levers simultaneously to raise the chains and reveal the artifact. If the party succeeds in defeating the elemental monster and raising their chains, they uncover the Trumpet of Revelation, a powerful relic that has been hiding for ages by those who sought to keep it safe. The adventure concludes with the parties emerging victorious with the trumpet in hand. And of course, everybody, what did you think about that adventure? That's our 5 adventures today, and if you did like those, make sure to like, comment, or subscribe. You guys might have noticed I was a little heavy-handed with the no spoilers this time because I'm trying to accurately depict these adventures, so I'm not going to worry about spoilers anymore, because if you did take one of these stories, you're not going to run it to the book, or at the very least the majority of people won't. So I'm not going to worry about spoilers in the future because I'm not going to spoil your version of the adventure. So with that long-winded sign out, like, comment, or subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.